Would like to discuss a few pros and cons with you today on some first-time homebuyer programs. So for starters, let's define what is a first-time homebuyer. The obvious answer here is someone who's never owned a home, never owned a piece of property before, would obviously be considered a first-time homebuyer. But did you also know that if you've not owned for at least 3 years, you're also considered a first-time homebuyer when it comes to financing a new loan? So let's just take the example of someone who's owned a home, they sold it in December of 2020. We now fast forward to December of 2023. It's been 3 years, and they reapply, want to get a new home. They are considered a first-time homebuyer all over again. Now, the first couple loans I want to discuss with you are both conventional, and they are specifically Fannie Mae's HomeReady and Freddie Mac's HomePossible. First pro on these loans is that the down payment requirement is 3%. The next pro is that the interest rate on these are typically better than they are in a regular conventional loan with 3 or 5% down. Now, why is that? That's because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have capped or limited what is referred to as the loan level price adjustments on these loans. Loan level price adjustments are factored in as far as your credit score, your loan to value, things of that nature. And they have limited that or capped that to where then it makes the interest rate a little bit better on these loans than, say, a regular conventional. Now, the mortgage insurance, because it's a conventional loan, can be removed at some point down the line without necessarily refinancing. One of the biggest drawbacks, however, on a Fannie Mae HomeReady, Freddie Mac HomePossible is the fact that there's an income limit. That income limit currently for Maricopa-Pinal County is $79,200. So if you make over that amount right now, you wouldn't be eligible for either of those programs. Now, that is adjusted every summer, typically in July. So July of 2024, we should have a new figure that we can announce out to everybody. Next, I wanted to kind of go over some features, pros and cons to FHA. First pro on FHA is it's a 3.5% down payment. Next, interest rates on FHA are typically better than that on conventional. Another pro to FHA is the fact that they are very lenient, or more lenient, I should say, than conventional when it comes to your credit score, etc. So if you have a little bit lower credit score, a little bit rougher of a credit history, FHA may be the way for you to go. Now, a couple of the cons are you're limited as far as your sales price, loan amount on an FHA. Currently, in Maricopa-Pinal County, that loan limit is just a little over $530,000, which means you could purchase somewhere around about a $550,000 property, do the minimum down payment, and get FHA financing. So if you're looking at something around $600,000, FHA may not be the way for you to go. The other con on FHA is the fact that the mortgage insurance is permanent, meaning that it's on there for the life of the loan. The only way to get it removed is by refinancing into a conventional loan. Lastly, I wanted to kind of just go over a couple features of VA. So one of the biggest pros to VA is if you are eligible, you can do a 0% down payment. It doesn't get any lower than that. And then, like FHA, VA's interest rates are typically a little bit better than they are in conventional. Also, if it's your first time using your VA benefits, your funding fee is at a reduced rate versus if you've used it multiple times, it's at a higher rate. And then even better yet still is if you are collecting service-related disability, VA waives that funding fee altogether. And of course, on VA, there is no monthly mortgage insurance, which helps a lot with regards to the monthly payment. Now, the obvious drawback to VA is you've got to be a veteran. So if you're not a veteran, it's not even an option, unfortunately. So that kind of concludes what I wanted to kind of go over today. I hope you found this information helpful. We're always here to answer any of your questions, so please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.